Hey Cowboys Nation, it's Alex back again, and before we dive into this exciting breakdown, I have to say something real quick. Most of you watch my videos every single week, but you are still not subscribed to the channel, so do me a favor right now, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we have a lot to talk about and you do not want to miss a single update from me. All right, now let's get into this because oh boy, the Cowboys running back room just got a serious jolt of energy. Mafah and Malik Davis finally took the field for their 2025 preseason debut against the Los Angeles Rams, and trust me, there is a lot to unpack here, from explosive runs to gritty yards after contact to little things they did that tell us a whole lot about what this backfield could look like in the regular season. Now, I know preseason is not the Super Bowl, but for guys like Mafah and Davis, these games are everything. They are auditions, they are moments where every snap, every cut, every block could be the difference between locking down a spot on the roster or watching from the couch, and from what I saw, these two came ready to work. Let's start with Phil Mafah because the rookie was one of the most anticipated debuts in Cowboys camp ever since he was drafted. Fans have been buzzing about his combination of size and burst. He is not just a big back, he has that rare acceleration that makes defenders underestimate him for a split second, and then boom, he is at the second level in the blink of an eye. In this game against the Rams, Mafah wasted zero time making his presence felt. On his very first carry, you could see the vision. He patiently let the block set up, then hit the gap like he had been doing this in the NFL for years, and the way he finished the run, lowering the shoulder, not shying away from contact, it was a statement saying, I am here and I am not backing down. Now Malik Davis, we know he is no stranger to the Cowboys. He has been around the team before and he runs with that chip on his shoulder like he is always trying to prove something, and against the Rams he proved a lot. This is a guy who understands angles, he knows when to bounce it outside and when to cut it back, and he showed that awareness multiple times. In this game there was one play that stood out to me where the Rams had him dead to rights in the backfield, but Davis planted that foot, made a sharp cut, and turned what could have been a 2-yard loss into a 6-yard gain. Those are the kinds of plays coaches love, because they show football IQ and toughness. And here is the thing, it is not just about the big highlight runs and preseason film sessions. Coaches look at the small details: pass protection, footwork, ball security, and I noticed both Mafah and Davis doing the little things right. Mafah had a key block on a third down where the Rams brought pressure, and without that block the quarterback would have been in trouble. Davis, on the other hand, had perfect ball security even when fighting for extra yards in traffic. You could see him keeping that ball high and tight. That is discipline, and that is what earns trust from the coaching staff. But let's talk about the energy these two brought when they were on the field. The Cowboys' offense felt alive. There was a different tempo. The offensive line seemed to feed off it. The receivers were getting open faster, and even the quarterback play looked sharper because they had that reliable ground game to lean on. I am telling you, if these two keep this up, it will make life a whole lot easier for the entire offense. Now, I know some of you are wondering, okay, Alex, it is just preseason. Does this really matter? And the answer is absolutely yes, because preseason is where depth charts are shaped and momentum is built. You do not just flip a switch in week 1 and expect to dominate. You build that chemistry now, and what we saw from Mafah and Davis is exactly what you want to see from backs fighting for roles. They ran hard, they played smart, and they made the most of every single snap. And when you see that kind of effort in August, you know it can translate when the games start counting in September. And here is where it gets even more interesting. The Cowboys running back room is already competitive. We have veterans, we have younger guys, all trying to earn touches, and now Mafah and Davis have thrown themselves right into that mix. And if you are a defensive coordinator watching this game, you are probably thinking, great, now I have to prepare for these two as well. It is a good problem for the Cowboys to have. Let's break down one of Mafah's most impressive runs in this game. The Cowboys lined up in a heavy set. The Rams stacked the box expecting an inside run, and Mafah still found a way to burst through. He read the defense perfectly, noticed the linebacker over pursue, and cut back into open daylight. The burst was ridiculous, but what impressed me most was the finish. He did not just go down, he fought for every extra inch, and that attitude is contagious. Davis had his own highlight moment late in the second quarter. The Cowboys were backed up near midfield. It was 2nd and long, and the Rams sent edge pressure. Davis recognized it immediately, bounced outside, and turned on the Jets for a Chump play, he made it look effortless, but that came from hours of film study and understanding how to exploit defensive tendencies. Now imagine what this offense can do if both these backs stay healthy and keep improving. You have Mafah with his size and Burst Davis with his vision and agility, and together they can give the Cowboys a balanced 1-2 punch that keeps defenses guessing. And let's not forget, both of them can catch out of the backfield. That is going to open up so many play action opportunities for Dak Prescott or whoever is under center this year. I also want to point out the chemistry between these two. It might sound strange since they are technically competing for touches, but you can tell they support each other on the sideline after big runs. They are hipping each other up. That kind of team-first mentality goes a long way in the locker room, and it is part of what makes a championship culture. And fans, I am telling you now, keep your eyes on Mafah, because he is not playing like a rookie. He has a calmness in the huddle. He listens to the vets. He takes coaching well, and then he goes out and executes. And for Davis, this is his chance to remind the Cowboys why they brought him back. He runs like a man who knows opportunities are rare in the NFL, and he is not letting this one slip away. By the end of the game, both had made their mark, and if you watched closely, you saw the coaches taking mental notes. You saw the offensive coordinator dialing up plays to get them more touches. That tells you everything you need to know. They trust these guys, and that trust is earned, not given. So Cowboys Nation, here is the takeaway from this film session. The running back room just got more competitive, and that is a good thing. Mafah brings that thunder, Davis brings that lightning, and together they could be the spark this offense needs in 2025. We will see how it plays out in the next preseason games, but if this debut was any indication, the Cowboys have some serious weapons in the backfield. Before we wrap this up, if you enjoyed this breakdown and you want more in-depth Cowboys content like this, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow, and make sure you subscribe so you do not miss our next film session, because we are going to be covering more preseason standouts plus injury updates and roster battles, and you know I will be here breaking it all down for you. Alright, Cowboys Nation, that's all from me today. This is Alex signing off, and I will see you in the next one. But remember, stay hyped, stay loyal, and as always, go Cowboys.